Alright, G'd up, how's it going? Good? How's it going, YouTube? This is the J-Rex, and I am here to talk about a topic that has really just been garnering a lot of my attention lately, the sex crisis in Japan. But apparently there is just a lack of love going on in Japan right now, and let me tell you right now, a survey in 2011 found that 61% of unmarried men and 49% of women aged 18 through 34 were not in any kind of romantic relationship, a rise of almost 10% from 5 years earlier. And another study found that a third of people under 30 had never dated at all. Yep. What's that? It says here, another survey done by the Japan Family Planning Association found that 45% of women aged 16 through 24 were not interested in or despised sexual contact. And about more than a quarter of the men felt the same way. Now, that is terrible. That is terrible. I mean, it's horrible, and it's really a crisis going on in Japan right now. There is no love going on in that place, and shit's all fucked up right now. You know, nobody making them babies, and none of the love going on, none of that, none of that going on. You know, it's like what the fuck is going on? But I'm pretty sure I got an idea of what's going on. It's because it's because in order for you to be attractive in Japan, you need to have big anime eyes, you need to wear a schoolgirl outfit, and there needs to be some tentacles involved. And then the tentacles all need to shoot up the butthole, and then you split up the butthole, and then the tentacles go over. Alright, I'm just kidding. I'm just messing. Or maybe there is some Japanese men who actually want it that way. But no, that's not what I'm getting at. Okay. Alright, honestly, being for real though, I think there's two sides. I will cover the woman's side first. I'll cover them because I know more about the men things, but it's because I'm a man myself, so I can relate to these Japanese men in some ways. But for the woman, from what I'm understanding, the reason why women don't want to be committed in this in a relationship, why they don't want to date, is because they're worried that it'll escalate. It'll escalate, you know, into marriage, and then them having babies and having kids, and then that intruding on their career-oriented goals, and that's why women are avoiding dating and marriage and kids, because they don't want their career-oriented goals to be interfered with. They want to focus on their career and be successful on that without any intrusions from the babies. Man. Shit. I am noticing that Triforce right now. That Triforce is the shit, man. Triforce, baby! Yeah! Okay. Can't wait for Zelda HD to come out. That's gonna be the shit! Yeah! Okay, now, the men's side. Okay, I have a feeling I know what's going on in the men's side, but I've done a lot of watching. I've done a lot of research, watching videos and listening to interviews with the man, and from what I'm coming across, the reason why men are refraining from dating and refraining from marriage and all that, the reason why they're refraining from marriage is pretty much the same reason as women, pretty much. They feel like it'll restrict their freedoms. They feel like it'll restrict their personal time and their me time. It'll take away from what they want to do, and now it'll take away their freedoms, basically, pretty much. Understandable. So, men are avoiding dating because of some of the same reasons women are, which is they fear of losing their freedoms due to starting up a family, having kids, and now they gotta work and bust their butts, to take care of the family now, so the men want their freedoms. So, and freedom spiritually, emotionally, and financially, all those freedoms. But now, here we go on to an even deeper thing, deeper situation why men are avoiding the dating. And I think it's very interesting. I saw a video of two Japanese men. They were playing a virtual game where they basically had a virtual anime girlfriend, and they were really fascinated by this girl, and they really were like infatuated by these virtual girlfriends on their Nintendo DS video game, and they're really infatuated with it, and they said some really interesting things.
Meet Nurukan and Yuge. They're what's called otaku, nerds or geeks obsessed with comic books and computers. They'd invited me to meet their girlfriends, both of whom come in a box.
Here they are.
Say hello to Nene and Rinko. Nurukan and Yuge have been dating their virtual girlfriends for several years in a role-playing game called Love Plus.
Love Plus は任天堂 DS のゲームということになってるんですけど、僕たちにとっては現実ですね。
ずっと時間がある限りいつまでも付き合っていく。
Do you believe that this is your girlfriend?
そうですね。
好きでいてくれるんですよ、ずっと。でもそれに応えて毎日の生活してるんで、ちょっと言い方は悪いですけど、本当に高校時代にやりたかった恋愛だよね。
I'd like to meet Nene. Can we talk to Nene and Rinku maybe? Hello, Nene.
メガネかけた私ってどうかな。ゆげくんがくれたの試してみたんだけど。ねえ、もう出ました。
あれこれもダメか。
今ね、誰のこと考えてたの? Can you take them on dates? I don't know. Like what's the setup here?
あと学校ハイスクール高校生なんで朝迎えに来てもらって一緒に学校に行って帰りは学校で校門で待ち合わせして2人で一緒に帰るとか、あとはそのゲームを超えてだからこっち側の世界に連れてきてってなるとやっぱり僕がやってたみたいに自転車のカゴにフロントバッグに彼女を入れて場所に行ったらこうやって彼女を出して、写真を撮ってみたりとか。
How old are you?
39です。39 77.
So she thinks she's going out with a 17-year-old, but you're actually 39. And how about you, Nurukan? How old are you?
38, 38. 15歳, 15 ですね。
She thinks you're 15. Okay. Okay. So you're when you're with them, you're teenage boys.
もちろんですよ。そうです。高校の時が一番なんか恋愛に対して貪欲だった気がする。
付き合ってても別に結婚、現実に結婚っていうのは考えなくて付き合えてる時期かな、高校生から。
リアル。
そこもなかなかその 3D の彼女と付き合おうっていうのをちょっと一回考えてしまうところある。
Are they sex see, are these, like, do you find these things attractive? You know, are you sexually aroused by them? Is that what's going on here?
おー、
その好きすぎてそういう考えを持っちゃいけない、もしくは持たなくてもいいみたいなプラトニックな。
One of the Japanese guys said, this relationship I have with this virtual girlfriend, it is the relationship that I always wanted to have. It's the relationship that I always wanted. And I was like, huh? That got me thinking. And then his girlfriend is in high school, and he is role-playing as a high schooler in the game. And he also said, when I was in high school, I was very passionate about love. So, based on what I can make out of that, he was very passionate about love in high school, and I'm assuming in the real life dating scene, he was very passionate about love at that time. And I guess over time, as he got older and older, the love, I guess his passion for love faded away, and then he resorted to virtual dating, you know. But why would it fade away? Why was his passion so strong back then? And then I think, now this is gonna get deep. I think what happened to him was because he thought, back when he was in high school, he thought love was about romance, that lovey-dovey feeling, devoting oneself to another, you know, just, I'm talking about that romance kind of feeling, like, you know, the love, the care, the intimacy, the passion, everything that you, back in high school, what you thought love was, you know, all the stuff that you would see in romance novels, romance movies. Because, you know, when we were in high school, we haven't really experienced the real world, the capitalist society yet. We haven't really experienced it yet. We're still in high school, so we're picturing, we are imagining what love would be, you know, without any aspect of capitalism intruding on that. When we were in high school, we imagined love for what it was, you know, at its core, which was intimacy, romance, care, and, you know, that love feeling, the lovey-dovey feeling, the butterflies in your stomach feeling, all of that. I mean, that's what I pictured love to be in high school. Didn't you? So, you know, but I think that's what he was talking about. And I mean, I'm saying that because I'm a man myself like him, and I've been through high school, and I had my own idea of what I thought love would be. And, you know, but what I realized as I got older and I got into the real world, and by real world I mean the money-driven capitalist system of the real world, what I realized when I got into that world, I realized that is not how the dating scene really is. The dating scene is all about, and I know because I've asked a lot of women themselves what they're interested in for dating. I've asked a lot of women about this, but it turns out the number one factor driving dating today, in this case for women, is money. Women want a man with money. Simple as that. They want a man with money. They want a man that is willing to spend that money on that woman. You know, they're looking for an ATM machine. So, and that's what I've came to figure out, unfortunately. And I think this is what this man came to figure out eventually. He realized the love that he envisioned, the love that he dreamed of, you know, the kind of love where you can be intimate and romantic with another woman, the kind of woman that you can take for a walk along the beach while the sun is setting and you guys just talk about your love for each other and, you know, kissing and holding each other Unfortunately, that is not what the dating scene is, unfortunately. Now, unfortunately, the dating scene is about how much money do you have? Do you have a nice car? Do you have a nice house? You know, are you raking in thousands? Are you a money kind of man? You know, like, are you financially strong enough to care for me and the kids that we might have? That is, you know, pretty much what women look for these days, unfortunately. And I thought Asian women were, I thought this only applied to American women, but apparently, from my research, Japanese women are the same thing. They want money, 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 money. So it's a shame, really. And but yeah, that is my basis on why I think the dating scene in Japan is strongly diminishing right now, because I think a lot of men are waking up and realizing that the dating scene is not what they envisioned it to be. They realized the dating scene is it's fake, it's money driven, it's materialistic as shit, it's shallow as shit, and I guess the Japanese men are realizing this, and they're opting out of it, or they're not even trying to date, and they're resorting to virtual dating simulators. So, you know, it's pretty deep shit. But I for one, I'm gonna say it right now, I for one support the what's going on in Japan right now, because I think it's about time our strongly materialistic society took a look at ourselves and realized, yeah, this shit's all fucked up. It's time to make a change. So I'm hoping this sex crisis will get people to take a look at themselves and realize, take a look at themselves and their relationships, take a look at what they've been aiming for all this time, and realize, you know, this isn't true. This is all this obsession with money and getting rich and materialism. It's all fake. It's all an illusion. And I shouldn't, instead of basing my connections with other people off of something so shallow, I should just, you know, accept the person for who he truly is, and accept him or her regardless of how much money she makes, or how many houses he or she has, how many cars, whatever. Instead of looking at a person for that and judging them based off that, we should just accept everybody for just who they are regardless, and just, you know, build meaningful and true connections off, you know, trueness, and not something so fake and shallow like money. But that's just my take on it. And I'm saying this, I mean, the only thing I got to back up my words is because I'm a man myself. I'm a young man myself. I'm 23, and I'm going through a rough dating scene right now, and I can say you can go off my word about women, because I've actually talked to women and I've actually got their opinion on what they really thought, and they pretty much all said the same thing. So, you know, so that's all I gotta say, but we'll see how this pans out. But yeah, go herbivore men movement, yeah, and go MGTOW, men going their own way.